Welcome to the Ravens Space, Ravens fans. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Today we're going to react to John Harbaugh's press conference. He gives updates on Ronnie Stanly, so let's get it.
It's right there. Guys will be away after tonight. 4 days off, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We'll be back Monday for meetings and Jets preparation. So what questions do you have? Drake joined us today, and he's a back that's, I think, had a lot of exciting plays in this league. You know, he's a big, strong, fast kind of slasher type back, experienced in pass protection, catches the ball well out of the backfield. Great guy, and talking to him, so he'll be taking more than the next 4 days to get up to speed and get ready to go.
John, we saw let go Tyree Phillips today. I mean, last 2 years he began each of those seasons as a starter. He led them. This is not happening for him this summer.
Well, I mean, it's just part of the roster moves right now. Without getting too deep into all that, there's a lot of moving parts to all that. I'm still hopeful as a coach that we'll get him back. We're going to get him back to the practice squad. We'll see. It may not happen, but that's what I'm hoping for.
And so if you guys didn't hear that, offensive lineman Tyree Phillips was let go. John said he wants him back, but you know, it's a tough road sometimes in this league. So and he just really didn't live up to the potential that they had for him, even though he was taken, I believe, in the later rounds. But still, the Ravens are a team that if you get drafted there, they give you a chance. And so he just didn't. You have to, in order to have a safe position, you really have to like reach in and like command the room, right? And he just didn't do that. And so again, John said he hopes to get him back to the practice squad. We'll see. But either way, I don't think it'd be a giant impact on the Ravens' future plans.
What do you see on tape with Josh Phillips?
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's just still, I'll say this, there's a lot of moving parts to that one still, you know what I mean? It's physicals have to be passed, those kind of things. So before we start talking about that, maybe make sure it's all set up.
John, how cool is it? Obviously, your brother coached him, but Josh Ross being part of the initial 53-man roster. What do you like about him, and have to be excited for a rookie free agent?
Well, I mean, he earned it. He played really well. He played well on defense. He played well on special teams. He came in. He started off well. He just kind of kept the momentum going all through camp. So in the games, he made plays. So he earned a spot. You know, the one thing I told Jim like 2 or 3 days ago, that he was going to make it. You know, then Jim came out and made the announcement. So it wasn't a surprise to anybody.
And so there, I believe they're talking about free agent linebacker Josh Ross. Again, the Ravens are an awesome team. You know, I love my team. They give people a chance, right? And we had a very long streak of consecutively signing undrafted players to the 53-man roster. Again, during COVID, we got that streak broken. But, you know, it happens. But again, Ross played well. I think he will get snaps at linebacker, and he definitely will get snaps in special teams. Just from a linebacker perspective, other than Patrick Queen at the middle linebacker position, I don't know if we have any standouts next to him. So I think he will get some time, and hopefully he continues to grow and mature and becomes a great linebacker. You guys let me know if you like him. Again, we have a good history of linebackers here in Baltimore. Just recently at that middle linebacker position, we've been kind of empty. So
I guess he just decided to answer yours too.
Get back at him, he can tell us who his starting quarterback.
I know it's split him for the first 2 games, right?
Week 2.
Right. Hey, he went full Ecclesiastes on that, which I thought was very impressive.
John, was there anybody that made the roster that played on Saturday night and maybe their performance kind of helped push them over the edge to practice 53?
You know, I would say performance is confirmed, but I don't think anybody that was out got in, or anybody that was in got out. It just kind of confirmed where we were at, and it was kind of a progression into it.
Keeping 5 tight ends, including Josh Oliver, can you talk about what you saw from Josh over the course of the summer that really made you feel good about him?
Well, yeah, I mean, he just kept getting better and better. And Josh, you watch him play. You guys saw it. He's blocking very well. He's running routes. He's catching the ball. He's got some juice after the catch. So it's just all around good tight end play.
And just speaking of our tight ends, we are. I think we're in for something that we just haven't seen before. We have a lot of tight ends on the roster, and I believe we only kept 5 receivers. So this is going to be a new offense. This is not going to be an offense that you've seen the Ravens run before us, and you definitely haven't seen most modern teams run offenses like this. Maybe some of the old heads, y'all have seen something similar to this, and I just don't know. But I just don't think we're ready for what we're going to see. And this is Greg Roman's year. Greg, hey, it's time for you to put up or shut up. You got what you want. So you never, utilize receivers to their full extent. You have 2 awesome tight ends. You have an awesome running quarterback. You have, I think, 2 good running backs. So let's see what you got, because it's time.
What is with Juwan James making that transition to the left tackle? What has stood out to you about him and playing on that left side?
Well, I would say the same thing. He's gotten better every day. He's a good athlete. Everything he's doing with the other hand, the other side of his body. I think he's shown steady improvement with it. And the good thing is, here's a high quality, high caliber player doing a tough thing, but because he's got that kind of talent, he's able to do it.
How excited do you think his progression throughout and how much impact he had ramped up over the last couple of years?
Very excited. Really all the way through. Even when we came back in May, June, he looked really good. So you could tell he'd really put the work in. He's been in that weight room. See, the guy's been living in the weight room. He's been living in the training room. He's been living out here running all the way through, even through training camp when he wasn't practicing. Then he kind of pushed his way out to practice, and he's looked good at practice. So done a great job.
Peter's ability to get interceptions is well known. How much, not only him, but guys like Marcus Williams, Hampton, your secondary, maybe their ability to create turnovers. How much you want that to be a part of it?
I want it to be a big part of it, Cliff. I'm really hopeful. I want to see interceptions and batted down balls and tackles, caused fumbles, and then recovered fumbles by us. And I want to see all that stuff, just like you do, just like the fans do.
Again, y'all know me. I will call out a reporter quick on a bad question. And maybe, sometimes you do have a hard time hearing the reporters. And again, I'll try to do the subtitles. I'll try. I believe the question was about the importance of turnovers. Why are we wasting our time with this question? Why are we wasting our time with this question? Every coach wants turnovers. Come on, dog. Let's get better. Let's get better with the questions, please. They pay y'all a lot. Let's get better with the questions. Turnover questions, I don't need that. I don't need turnover questions.
Just in terms of the rookie class, being all together, what's impressed you so far about them, and how much do you think they can contribute to the team going forward?
Well, it remains to be seen, I would say, but I really do think that they'll contribute a lot. I feel like it's a lot of guys in the class. We still have some guys to come back. Travis is coming back. David's got to come back still. So there's still pieces to that thing that aren't even out there. But again, I expect a lot from those guys, and I really think they're going to have a good year, but they got to go out and do it.
So I want to stop really quickly because I want to talk about this rookie class. I think this rookie class has the potential to be the best Ravens rookie class ever. Now, it won't be because of the amount of players who are Hall of Famers, right? Because you just can't beat, I believe, the Ray Lewis class. I believe it was Ray Lewis and J.O. You can't beat that class. And J.O. joined the other guys. You can't beat that class. But let's just hypothetically play this out, right? Everyone thinks sooner or later Kyle Hamilton will be a starter, and he'll be a good starter, right? Tyler Lindenbaum sooner or later will be a Pro Bowler. Everyone thinks that, right? So those are just 1 and 2. Ojabo, when he gets healthy, he'll be a good starter, right? People think, and for the Ravens, that's a gap that we have. The defensive tackle, Travis Jones, people love him, think he's going to be a good starter in this league. And then you have Isaiah Likely, who people think is going to be a good starter, And then you have the punter, who I think is going to be a Pro Bowler in his career. I just named 5 players who are going to be starters to Pro Bowl. That is 5 players whose potential at the very highest is some of the best in the league, and at the very lowest is a good starter for your team, right? Because of that, I haven't even named Pepe, right? I haven't named some of these other rookies who are going to give you good time, good minutes, right? So I think we have a chance. Just the amount of good players, I think we have a good chance to be very impressive. So.
I was just going to ask, haven't seen Ronnie yet. Anything you can add on just expectations for next week?
Yeah, he was out there before you guys got out here. He was out there doing the individual stuff. So I'll just say again, it's really not a set timetable. It's going to be in terms of when they tell us and when he feels like he wants to get out there and do it. He knows his ankle, and I know Ronnie is very determined to be really at his very best when he comes back. I think that's kind of part of his thinking on it. So I trust him with it, and I know he's going to do the right thing and be out there as soon as he can. And I'm hopeful for sooner rather than later for sure. But he's off PUP now, so you're talking about it's in the realm now that it should happen.
So I want to talk about this really quickly. Again, and I do this sometimes too. Us fans, we get too hyped, man. We get too hyped sometimes. And when we heard Ronnie Stanly was off the PUP, we thought, this is not old football anymore. So just because you're off the PUP doesn't mean that you're going to be playing next week, right? So I would expect Ronnie to suit up week 3. I think these first 2 weeks, he just wants to practice with the team, try to make sure that his ankle's good, but no rushing. We're not going to rush this, I don't think. So just like John said, he knows, and the Ravens is a team that, hey, the players, if you feel good, you can come back. Now, the thing about Ronnie is, how many years can you go without playing football and still be the best, right? We're going to see something very similar with Deshaun Watson, right? People say he's one of the great quarterbacks in the league. Well, how good can you be without, getting that fire, right? You have to be in the fire to actually be your best. So we'll see.
They always tell us that you have that execution practice out there. They say it's a 10-10, was it a 10-10-10 practice is what they call it? What is that?
10-10-10 is something that goes back to, I think, Bill Walsh, through Mike Holmgren, through Andy Reid. So the tree of coaches uses those practices, and they're mostly they're team execution practices. There's not a lot of group periods. There's not a lot of individual periods. You basically kind of get warmed up and you go right into team. So it's 10 plays of offense, 10 defense, 10 offense, 10 defense, 10 offense, 10 defense, 30 plays aside. And you're looking for fast, perfect execution. That's the goal.
Wait a minute. Y'all just heard that? Listen. This is why I got to react to these for you guys. I know a lot of y'all think these are boring. Y'all don't watch them. I get it. I see the analytics, okay? All right. I know y'all don't like it. I know y'all don't like these reviews. I get it. I got to do it for the knowledge, okay? For the knowledge. All right. Y'all just learned something new. 10-10-10 practice. Y'all didn't know about that. I didn't know about that. Now we know, okay? Learn something new here. So shout out to John. That's why I got reviewed to him. I know y'all don't like him, but you got to do it for the knowledge.
Java goes on IR, you'll have 2 linebackers, 2 outside guys on the edge, and you'll obviously have some on practice squad. Is Harris's versatility allowed you to do that a little bit, or is that also a position where you said there's two?
Well, there's more guys that can play there than meets the eye on the depth chart. Malik Harrison definitely, if you watch practice, he's been out there quite a bit. He plays out there, so he can do that. Then other guys can play on the edge as well. So linebackers go out there. Patrick Queen goes out there quite a bit in different fronts and different looks. And Calais even goes out there in some of our bigger looks. So we'll definitely have 11 guys, and there'll be somebody on the edge of the defense. If there's not, then I'm going to be mad about that.
John, being open about Dobbins, how we don't know right now, there's time to figure it out. How much is that part of getting Penny great here and keeping Baby here and getting into many guys' games? You may have to kind of
I think it's part of it, but JK's looked better every day. you guys again. You saw him early in practice. He looks better every day. He looks good. His quickness is kind of back. So I'm excited about where he's at. But by the other part of it, it's also good players are available. Good players are available, and we've been known to run the ball a little bit. So you get a running back out there that we feel like fits what we do. Talented guy that wanted to be here. We felt like it was a good move for us. Thanks, guys. Okay.
Awesome. So basically, John, there he's just talking about that the team added Billy King and Drake. It's he's going to be good. We run running backs to the ground here. That's the goal. So we got to have that committee. You don't want to just have one running back doing all that work. And so again, super exciting. No big revelations in this one. So not a great press conference, nothing crazy, but you got to do it for the knowledge. I'm happy I was able to review it for you guys. So again, this is going to the second channel. If you want to see the first channel where we do a lot of different things, we're going to be starting doing film reviews and stuff like that. So please check it out. Thank you and go Ravens.